Welcome back. In this video, I will give you a brief description about data frame and data table and also learn how to create them in R. Let us go into R. Basically, a data frame or data table is a combination of rows and columns. Here we call them vectors. Records are stored in the rows and fields are stored in the columns. First, let us create a vector. Vector is a combination of items. For example, let us create a vector called name and store some names into that vector. Small c in brackets, Krish, Sam, Moni. Let us store these three names into the vector name called name. And let us explore what is there inside this variable. It is storing three names in the particular variable. Now let us see the department. Here we have finance, marketing, collections, and this is also a vector. Now what we can do is we can combine these two data into a data frame or data table. First I will explain by directly entering these names into a data frame. df1. To create any data frame, the simplest format is by using the data frame function. Data.frame. Here we can enter the vectors. I'll just copy from here. But if we execute this line item, it will create a single vector data frame. Now let us see what is there in data frame 1. It is automatically created a column name and the data has been stored in the rows. If we have multiple fields, we have to enter this vector in separate line items. See, bracket open. I will enter all these three departments and I am executing this code now. Now let us see the output here. In the first column, it is storing the names and in second column, it is storing the department. If we want to give the name or column heading, what we have to do is we have to prefix this with a column name. Name equals to this one and department equals to the second row. Now if we see this, the column headers are created. Like we created the data frame, data table also can be created in the same format. I'll just copy this again. A data table, I have to use the function called data table. This data table function is available in the library called data table. First we have to load them. To load any library, we have to use the function called library and inside you put data table. Control enter. Now we have to use the function called data table. In the data table, we can use the similar syntax in data table also. Now I will show you what is the data type for these two. Class df1, it is a pure data frame. Class dt1, it is the data table as well as data frame. So whatever is the functions we have built on data frame will also work on data table. Now let us see how to import a data into data frame and a data table. In the path, I have created a sample file in this particular path. Now I will try to import this sample file into data frame and data table. df_import. To import a CSV file, I am using read.csv and I have to give the path inside this. Here, it is showing an error because in R, we have to use the forward slash instead of backward slash for the path. Now let me import it. It has been imported. And let us check the class of this variable. It has been imported as the data frame. Then how to import a file into a data table? For that, dt_import. We can use a function called fread. I'm just copying the same path here again. Now let us check the class of this dt_import. It is data table and data frame. Let me check what is there inside these two tables. The data has been imported but have not specifically mentioned what is the delimiter. So it has been stored in a single column. Let us see dt importers. The data table automatically identifies the delimiter and imports into R. Here let us see, is there any option to specifically mention the delimiter? Here SAP equals to, we can mention, actually the sample file is not a CSV file, it's a tab delimited file. Let me check. I am opening this file in Notepad. It is showing the tabs. Data table automatically identified the delimiter and imported accordingly. For the purpose of data frame, I am just changing the tab delimited to CSV. And saving this file. Now let me import this file again. The class has been data frame and the data available here is, now it has been imported correctly. Let us import the same file again in data table. Now comma also it has been imported into data table correctly. With this, we have learned how to create a data frame, data table in R by using the relevant functions. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any doubts or clarifications, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Until then, stay tuned for more valuable content.